Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to review 3 popular Thanksgiving niches that are easy to create and make reasonable money. Before we start, do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you. Well, I'm sure many of you think it's too soon for a Thanksgiving book, but I'm here to say it's exactly the right time, if not late, to start your Thanksgiving book. Let me show you something. If I go to Google Trends, you can see the interest on Google is already starting to rise. Keep in mind you need at least a month to get keywords relevancy for your book and actually get into Amazon's system. So it's very important to try and get into these kind of seasonal niches as early as possible. Alright, let's head to Amazon and search for a Thanksgiving coloring book. As you can see, right now there are less than 1,000 results, which means this is not a very competitive niche. So with some help like Amazon ads or some marketing outside of Amazon, you can rank and bring your book to the first page. By the way, if you want to get more information on Amazon ads, I recently published 2 videos about basic information and how to create an ad campaign in my channel. I will leave the links down below for anyone that's interested. Let's take this one as our sample. So right now the BSR is around 81,000, but if you take a look at the last 2 years, you can see there is a pattern here. And every year around October and November, the BSR was dropped drastically and we even had BSR of 3,000. So you can expect a huge jump in sales around those 2 months. But even right now, based on my calculations, this book is making more than $120 per month. Couple of things I want to mention about coloring books before moving on to the second niche is that they usually have under 100 pages, and since the back of each illustration is white, half of those pages will be blank. So to convince a buyer and increase your chance of selling, the cover and the illustrations should be well designed and high quality. If you think you don't have good graphic taste, I highly recommend using services like Fiverr at best or use ready-to-use designs in Creative Fabrica. So let me show you how to create a Thanksgiving coloring book. First, open the Pixabay or a similar website and search for Thanksgiving. Remember, when choosing your design, keep in mind we need to have lines, or we have to be able to add lines to the design. I found this one, so let's download the PNG. And I'm gonna open this in Photoshop. Since our book is black and white, we need to change the color of our image. I'm gonna use the photocopy effect to make my image black and white. First, make sure your color swatches are in black and white, and then go to top menu, go to filter, click on filter gallery, and just give it a second and a pop-up page will appear like here. Under a sketch, click on photocopy filter, and you can also change the details and darkness right here. But I'm gonna leave it as it is and then hit OK. Now that we changed the color, let's drag and drop it to our page. I use 8.5 by 11 inch page. So just place your design in the middle and adjust the size. Just make sure you leave enough empty space on the edges for bleed. So if you're happy with your size and placement, this would be your first page of coloring book. You will need between 25 to 50 designs just like this for a coloring book. The second niche is Thanksgiving activity books. As you can see, this is basically an activity book combining multiple different activities into one. One thing that I realized after looking at a couple of these pages is that most of the books are targeted towards kids. So you have to be very careful about what you put into the book. Let's take a look at this one. If you look inside, the interior is very simple. We covered almost all the activities in this book. Just add some fun Thanksgiving illustrations into your puzzles to make it more appropriate for the niche. So although right now the BSRs are a bit high, but just like the other book, if you look at the last year's September and October, the BSR has dropped to around 800, which is incredible. A book with this BSR usually sells more than 170 books per day. So I'm sure you are wondering where to find the puzzles. Well, as I said earlier, we covered lots of puzzle books like dot to dot, maze, coloring books, scissors, skill books, and a lot more in this channel. So you can make them yourself or hire someone on Fiverr to create them for you. You can also use the materials in Creative Fabrica. Just make sure you're tweaking the designs a bit to create a unique design. This way you will save the time and can focus on marketing and keywords. For our last niche, I picked a Thanksgiving word search book. Well, right now, as you can see, they don't have that much sales, like maybe 2 or 3 per day. But if you go inside one of these books and look at the last year's graph, you can see right around October and November, the sales increased to around 30 books per day. So if you follow this channel, you know I already have a video about how to make a word search book, which I will link it down below. The 2 things we need to make our books are a list of Thanksgiving related words and our word search generator. So for our word list, I'm gonna use the same website as our joke, but this time I'm gonna use the reverse dictionary. How it works is that you would search your word up here and hit enter. This will give you a list of all related words. Some of them are useful, but not all of them. But the best feature is that when I list all of the useful words in this list, I can click on any words and resort the whole list based on that. This way I can find different words that are similar and related to each other without being repetitive. To generate the word search puzzle itself, I'm going to use a website called iamtoolbox.com. I usually recommend opening the both pages next to each other and entering the words one by one to your list here. And once you're done, you can hit generate. So that's the 3 most popular Thanksgiving niches that I wanted to go over today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you do enjoy watching videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, bye bye.